The Galactic Coalition had conquered 17 systems in the last cycle alone. Their massive warships were feared across 3 spiral arms of the galaxy, their soldiers renowned for their ferocity. The Coalition's elite warriors, the Vanguard, were especially dreaded, towering figures wrapped in biomechanical exoskeletons that enhanced their already formidable strength. When they discovered Earth, they expected another easy victory. Earth was classified as a death world, a planet with environmental conditions so harsh that most sentient species would perish within hours of exposure. High gravity, extreme temperature fluctuations, dangerous atmospheric composition, and aggressive indigenous life forms marked such worlds as uninhabitable by galactic standards. Yet humans had not only survived but thrived on their death world. The Coalition's initial scans indicated a technologically advanced civilization with rudimentary space travel capabilities, but nothing that could withstand a full invasion fleet. Commander Talax stood on the bridge of the dreadnought Asterisk, Inevitable Conquest Asterisk, watching the blue-green planet grow larger on the view screen. His leathery skin stretched across his face as he smiled, revealing rows of pointed teeth. "Prepare the Vanguard for deployment," he ordered. "Standard intimidation protocol." Lieutenant Mira, his second-in-command, nodded. "The humans have detected our approach and are sending a diplomatic vessel. Their communications indicate they wish to discuss terms." Talax laughed. "There are no terms. They submit or they perish." The human vessel was small, barely a tenth the size of the dreadnought. It docked in the designated bay without resistance. "Bring their representatives to the command hall," Talax said. "Let them see the might of the Vanguard before they surrender." The command hall was an imposing chamber designed specifically to overwhelm visitors. 50 Vanguard warriors stood in formation, their exoskeletons humming with power. Each suit was a technological marvel, protecting the wearer from extreme environments while amplifying strength tenfold. The doors slid open, and 3 humans entered. The Coalition soldiers stared in disbelief. The humans wore no exoskeletons, no powered armor, no visible protective gear at all. They were dressed in what appeared to be simple fabric garments, pants and jackets with multiple pockets, sturdy boots, and thin gloves. "Greetings," said the lead human, a man named Jack. "We represent Earth and come in peace." Talax recovered from his initial shock. "You stand before the might of the Galactic Coalition. Your world is now under our protection and control." Jack looked around at the assembled Vanguard warriors, his expression mild. "That's not going to work for us. We're here to offer you safe passage out of our system." Laughter rippled through the ranks of the Vanguard. Talax stepped forward. "You misunderstand. This is not a negotiation. Those who resist are eliminated. You have no protective gear, no weapons. Submit now." The woman beside Jack, Anna, spoke next. "What do you mean? We're wearing standard expedition clothing." Lieutenant Mira stepped closer, scanning the humans with her handheld device. Her 4 eyes widened in shock. "Commander, these garments, they're remarkable. The fabric appears to be a composite material with multiple protective properties." "Explain," Talax demanded. "It's just regular tactical clothing," said the third human, Mike. "Nothing special. Flame-resistant, water-repellent, knife, and puncture-resistant, with UV protection. Basic stuff." The Vanguard warriors shifted uncomfortably in their mechanical suits. "This is basic?" Mira asked, incredulous. "Your standard clothing protects against fire, blades, and radiation?" Jack shrugged. "Well, yeah. Earth can be dangerous. We adapted." Talax's confidence wavered. "Impossible. No species could evolve to withstand such conditions." "We didn't just evolve," Anna said. "We engineered. Our clothing, our tools, our bodies. We've been modifying ourselves to survive on Earth for thousands of years." Mike pulled a small object from his pocket, a simple multi-tool. "Even our most basic tools are designed to handle multiple threats. This can cut through metal, start fires, filter water, and signal for help." A murmur spread through the Vanguard warriors. Their exoskeletons suddenly seemed bulky and primitive compared to the elegant efficiency of human design. "The atmospheric composition of your world should be toxic," Talax insisted. "The gravitational force is debilitating. The temperature extreme's fatal. To you, maybe, Jack said. We call it home. Lieutenant Mira approached Talax, lowering her voice. Commander, I've analyzed their physiological readings. Their muscle density is 3 times our standard. Their skeletal structure suggests they could survive forces that would crush our exoskeletons. And they appear to have natural immunities to toxins that would kill most coalition species instantly. For the first time in his military career, Commander Talax felt fear. If the humans considered such protections basic, what were their advanced defenses like? What kind of weapons had they developed, living on a world that constantly tried to kill them? We don't want war, Jack said, noting the commander's discomfort. We're explorers first, but understand this. Humans have spent our entire existence fighting our own planet. We've learned to survive in every environment Earth could throw at us. Deserts, tundra, oceans, mountaintops. We've adapted to predators, poisons, plagues, and each other, Anna added. Peace is our preference, but conflict is our expertise. Mike stepped forward, extending his hand, a gesture the Coalition's cultural database identified as an offer of agreement. So about that safe passage we mentioned. Talax looked at the human's outstretched hand, then at his fearsome vanguard warriors, now shifting nervously in their hulking exoskeletons. He made the only rational decision. The Coalition recognizes Earth's sovereignty, he said, grasping Mike's hand carefully. We would welcome cultural exchange. As the humans departed to formalize the agreement, Talax turned to Mira. Update the galactic database immediately. Earth is not merely a death world. It is the death world, and its inhabitants are not to be trifled with. The Coalition fleet departed Earth orbit the next day, leaving behind ambassadors instead of conquerors. In the centuries that followed, Earth Grey became the highest standard for protective equipment across the galaxy, testament to what happens when a species evolves on a planet that never stops trying to kill them.